Hey, hello, there you are. Welcome to the Man Cave here at Wistful Vistas in beautiful suburban San Diego, California. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an absolutely gorgeous February day in San Diego, the greater environs of San Diego. I'm sure you'll be pleased to know that my window thermometer says it's 67.9 degrees right there. A little cooler outside, so whatever that is, I'll leave it to you metric boffins to work all that out. But we've got to get to some important stuff here. The important stuff we have to cover concerns earplugs. I've got a couple of new ones that I want to try, and I want to update on what I found over a couple, 3 years of writing. And then of course there's that issue with the remount I did on my Shui X14 camera for video vlogs, moto vlogs, video, however that goes. Anyhow, well, you tell me, how are you supposed to say that? I'm just an old guy trying to get along here, and it's a perfect afternoon for a ride. So we're going to try that first. I'm going to take a couple, 3 different sets of earplugs with me. I'm going to use a couple of them, and the Phantom is what we're going to take. So stand by. Should be a little bit of fun and perhaps a little informative to you. By the way, hope things are going well for you. You're not available. Okay, so let's talk about earplugs for a moment. I'll update you with all the standards and things, but essentially both these machines emit enough noise at a standstill that per OSHA regulations, just hanging around them at a standstill would be long-term damaging to your hearing health. So I wear earplugs. If you're a writer, you should wear them too. Otherwise, when you get to be about my age, you're going to be saying to your friends, what? Huh? What'd you say? Or you will be looking at the movies and they will say, the killer is, and you'll say, what'd they say? What'd they say? Seriously, I know people that are in that category. So wear those earplugs. Where I am today is that my favorite earplugs are these that are custom molded. Now, not too sure how they will appear. I got these particular earplugs at, of all places, a gun show. I've gotten them at motorcycle shows in the past, but they are the finest ear protection I think you can get. So these are my favorites. These are my go-to, particularly if I'm going to be out for a little bit of a longer ride. But there's a caveat. Number one, they're expensive, about $70 USA. I don't know now because we haven't had a convention, of course, in more than a year for anything like this to be made. But expensive. And they're a little tough to get in and out of your ear, and once in, you don't want to take them out. So it's not something you do casually and say, okay, in 5 or 10 minutes, I'm done here. The others, and they have, I'll put the statistics up, but they also have good statistics for dampening sound while letting you hear your environment. Because you do want to hear the motorcycle. Hey, we're motorcyclists, we're gearheads, we like that stuff. So you want something coming in. You don't want to be completely blocked off. You won't hear the ambulance, or you won't hear somebody say, look out, look out, look out. But you do need to dampen that noise down below a level. My second favorite sets that I have been riding with are these guys right here. And these are probably the least expensive route you can go for hearing protection. They happen to work quite well. According to the published information I get on the internet, they're within a decibel or 2 of noise dampening compared with all the other ones that you can buy that are relatively expensive. And you can pop 3 of these. You want to carry 3 because you will drop one, I guarantee. You want to carry 3 of these around, and they're easy to carry, easy to take in and out, and great for those quick trips and even a long haul. Now, the way you put these in your ear, these are a little tough to just jam into your ear. I have found you take them like this and then you run them down, and that foam will take that shape for a little bit, and it helps you to get that into your ear. So you take that down, rub it down to a nice small amount, stick it in your ear, quick as you can, and you now have an earplug, and it should expand. Isn't that lovely, by the way? How are you doing? And it should expand to fill your ear canal, and yet still, because it's foam, allow the overall sounds to come in that you want to have come in. Now, their advantages: A, they are very inexpensive, and you can get a couple of dozen of them, which will last you for a long time, from construction sites or, of course, the ubiquitous internet site Amazon. So they're out there, they're available. I suggest going with as bright a colors as you can. As I said before, you will drop them. These will be dropped, trust me. And when you look down for them, you want to be able to see a little colorful gizmo there that you can pick up real quick. Beat that 6-second rule before it picks up all kinds of, you know, who knows, whatever the stuff is that is on the ground. So those. So, but the fun part today is I want to try them. I like to read the stuff that's put out there, and I want to try them in comparison to some other earplugs that are out there. So these are from Macks ear seals. These are called ear seals, and they have a little wire around them. They come in a plastic container, always nice. And let's take them out here. Oh, nice. They got they've wrapped that plastic up with wire. But anyway, the wire goes so it hangs down, so hopefully if one falls you don't lose them. But it's got a little foamy bit on it here that it's supposed to go in your ear. Now, for motorcyclists, the issue is this part that sticks out. I'm not entirely sure I'm even going to be able to get a helmet on this, so we shall see. But it does go into your ear quite nicely, lays down like that, so I might be able to get that helmet on there, but it feels rather nice. I think it could do the job. Again, the big caveat is whether or not the helmet will go down over that without pulling it off. So I'll put the price of these up, but I think that according to the statistics that I read online, they'll do the job for us motorcycle riders. The other type is called loop, and I cleverly did not take them out of the box before we begin this video. So let's take a break for a second. Let Gary manhandle his way into this box. I'll show them to you in just a second. Okay, so we're back in business here. These are called loops, as I said, for the reason that there's actually a little loop that's supposed to hang outside your ear as you put them in your ear. Sorry, it's trying to get away. And it comes with a little carrying case, cute little carrying case that will get out of the package right here. You know they're expensive because they're nicely packaged. And this has a loop to attach to your keychain or perhaps in your pocket. And that's a useless piece of plastic that goes over the packaging. And you open these up and store them in there. Goes back in your pocket, pretty nice, and off you go, hearing protected. So the loop part is the part that's kind of interesting to me. Goes in your ear, actually very easily. Goes in your ear very easily, and sits nice up there. So can you see that? We'll see how it works out. But I kind of like them. First impressions are good. Okay, we are ready to rock or roll. Preferably rock. All right, let's give them a try. Okay, on the machine. We are riding first with Macks Earplug, M-A-C-K-S, Macks Earplugs. And I like them. Actually, I could get the helmet over them,
which is pretty nice. And I made a little strategic blunder. Instead of looping it around the back of my neck, I looped it over the front of my neck. If I looped it over the back of my neck, I would be able to retrieve. If they fell off, they would stay there, but that's a little detail. Okay, let's fire this bad boy up. I love watching that thing come to life. Let's do it. There she goes. Says side stand and annual checkup due. So I will have to take this over to Motor Forza, and when I do, I'm going to test ride a few machines. Not too sure what exactly, but I'll try to capture that for you guys. You guys have some suggestions what I should look at? Let me know. Putting on the gloves here, always part of the fun. And staying in the sunshine. Short loop today with you all on board with me. Short loop as we test out the earplugs and get back into the spring swing of things. So let's do that. I exercised this morning, by the way, and I did stretch. Side stand light goes out. Away we go. Rearview mirrors, of course, are all scattered all over because I haven't adjusted them to get on for this ride. Garrett Capizzi and his bar ends. Gotta love that fella. I love the work they do. I'm a little less of a bar end fan. I get it from an aesthetic point of view, but Jarrett, you do have to be able to see where you're going. And talk about the earplugs. First impressions, quite favorable. I like those little one-way conical soft ridges on the earplugs. They seem to hold them in and to blank out the sound pretty well. So I like that. That's positive. And I do think they take out the higher level sound as they're supposed to do. So also positive. Also a positive, this is the Macks plugs, earplugs. Also positive is the we'll just go past this gentleman. Sorry, pal. Also positive is the comfort level. I think they're quite comfortable. Not sure if I said that. So I'm going to ride our little windy little road here down to the bottom of the hill. We should be going fast enough now to pick up some wind noise and things. I get about 60 miles an hour, thereabouts. Give you metric, people. I'll let you work all that out. Then we'll switch over. We'll change over to the loop earplugs. But favorable impressions of the Macks right now. And the other favorable impression of them is I like that necklace thing you can put around the back of your neck, and they will stay there and dangle there. Whoop, a little bump. Which is pretty nice. Pretty nice. So that's all pretty cool. What that means, of course, is that you don't have to carry a separate little thing or a recall to put them in your pocket and that sort of thing. Of course, if you're going into the office, I guess you wouldn't want to walk around with earplugs hanging off your shoulders all day long. But just riding around having a little bit of fun, I think stopping off for a sandwich or a gallon or two of gasoline, which is entirely appropriate with a Panigale. Well, I think they're quite good for that. And you won't lose them. You won't have them go tumbling. And further on that subject of lost earplugs, I have had them get lost on the road and completed my journey with one earplug. I'm not going to tell you which kind or type because I don't specifically recall. It's a drag. It is a drag when that happens. Not a big fan. So, what a beautiful afternoon though. Oh my goodness. I just feel like the luckiest guy in the world being able to take my little loop here. And get a little two-wheeled therapy. Let the world's problems, fade. Okay, and again we got neutral on the fly like nothing. Like nothing from nothing. And for what it's worth, I almost never get held up by that light. It's kind of funny. But one car gets to get out. Cheeky devil interfering with our one. Okay, got that. So I'm going to pull over up here and change the earplug to the loop. Parking. Do you park it in a gear or do you park it like I do in neutral? I think the answer is you're supposed to park it in neutral. But let's take a break here and come back. I have put in the loop earplugs. They go in easy, so easy. They fit under the helmet well. All right, let's get this thing go through its dance here. Like I say, I love that part. Just love it. Racing Evo, fire up. Oh, no, I don't want that. How do I get out of that? No, I did. I got into launch. Didn't want to do that. Okay, so we are suited back up. I have the loop earplugs in, and of course the Purple Panda permanently mounted, more or less. Let's try to find that side stand. The best way to know that that stand is up or down is, of course, is that gentleman staying there behind me? Or a lady? I can't tell. Best way is, of course, to check the display on the dash, because you, sure enough, have a hard time looking down and seeing the thing. That's one of the things. I wonder, did I put that on the top 5 or whatever? That's one of the things that is a, I'm going to have to call that a dislike. I don't know if I made that in top 5. I'll have to go back and check that video. If you've seen it recently, tell me, would you? Okay. We are back in business. Can I do my chin strap? Are you stopping? Yes, you are, sir. Okay, we are back in business. And, okay, I'm going to give the loop kudos on comfort, but the sound canceling is not quite there compared to the Macks. Now that's kind of interesting. Just working with them in the garage, I would have thought they might have been the better choice, but it ain't so. Just, it is what it is. So, high marks on comfort and fit, ease of use, slipping under a motorcycle helmet. I'm going to give them little lower marks on their ability to do some sound dampening. Sorry, Loop, but that's the way it goes.
Okay, so there you have it. That's the test of the two types of earplugs that I used. The Macks came out just the opposite of how I expected it to be. These Macks, which I thought worked quite well, and the helmet went over them like a champ, no issue. I had to lay them down a little bit in my ears. Also a plus, when you take them off, you can just hang them around your neck and walk around. Very convenient, very handy, and they did the job in terms of the sound deadening, I think. I wish I could find some way to measure that scientifically to back up my feeling, but I cannot. These loops that I had high hopes for Actually, not so good. They're probably good for going to a concert or something like that. They do a job, but they did not dampen the sound as well, I thought, as the Macks. And with the plus that these little guys, you will drop them and lose them. Guaranteed. It's absolutely guaranteed. So I have three that I use now. The Macks, the foamies, and my custom made ones. So we'll talk about that a little later on. There you have it.